The Kingdom of Thailand is a tourist mecca. Thousands of Russian holidaymakers travel here all year round, but only one has managed to make headline news around the world.
Just like any other tourist, Russian businessman Viktor But arrived in the busy Thai capital and checked into one of Bangkok's most leading hotels. Only a few hours later, however, he was forced to check out and offered accommodation at the Bangkok Hilton.
This is the infamous Klong Prem Central Prison, or as it's more ironically known, the Bangkok Hilton. It is one of the world's most notorious prisons and is where Viktor But will stay until Thai officials decide whether he will be prosecuted or extradited. But what did this Russian man do to end up in such a high-security prison cell? He's accused by U.S. officials of being one of the world's most notorious arms dealers. And the man dubbed the Merchant of Death, who is said to have played a key role in global wars, is at the center of his own tug-of-war. 3 countries are now trying to figure out whether to try the alleged gunrunner on their territories. The U.S. wants to extradite him, and Thai officials are trying to get together enough evidence to put him on trial in Bangkok. The man himself, meanwhile, will remain behind bars until a decision is made, as bail has been denied.
He gave the reason to lift up my petition because he is afraid the accusee will escape away from the case if he allowed.
But has long been followed by the CIA, and it was the United States who requested his arrest by Thai police. He was detained for allegedly negotiating an arms deal with the Colombian militant movement FARC. According to officials in the U.S., the man, during his time as head of an air cargo company, used his fleet to supply weapons to many conflict regions in the world, including Sri Lanka, Sudan, and Afghanistan. But some believe But is being used as a scapegoat.
The same thing happened before the war in Afghanistan, the same thing happened before the war in Yugoslavia, and the same thing happened before the campaign in Iraq. Now we're seeing another conflict simmering in Colombia. My brother is like a scarecrow which is used to scare people off and to divert media attention from far more serious things.
The arrest of But's business partner in New York, however, suggests the scope of the operation is much larger than originally thought. Britain Andrew Smullyan is keeping quiet for the moment, but charges against him have also been filed. Viktor But's biggest fight is yet to begin. The stakes for him are high. If found guilty, he faces the prospect of spending the rest of his life in prison. And if his story reads like a Hollywood script, it is for good reason. But is believed to be the inspiration for the main character of the film Lord of War, and a sequel to the blockbuster is already in the making. But Viktor But may have to wait a lot longer than ordinary moviegoers for his release. Katrina Zarba, Russia Today, Bangkok, Thailand.